Look, it's the Lions talk, 4 men in the room. One ass cheek, 3 toes bringing the doom. Nate on the clock, Jay catching the heat. Chris and B are arguing right on the street. One ass cheek, 3 toes. One ass cheek, Detroit knows. Lions on the map, we don't care about the woes. One ass cheek, 3 toes, that's how the show goes. Golf throwing dots, Hutch hitting the gap. We put the whole city right back on the map. No more same old, we done changed the whole vibe. 4 voices deep, talking about the whole tribe. Yeah, one ass cheek, 3 toes. Nate, Chris, BA Lions talk only, get gone.
What up, doe? What up, doe? Welcome to the Lions, one ass cheek and 3 toes. Hey, I like that. Rhymes.
You got lucky with that. You just got lucky, right?
No, I didn't. Nah, I'm creative like that. Shut up, Chris. Anyways, how y'all fellas doing? How y'all feeling?
Doing good. Doing good.
And
yeah, the schedule release was finally released today. It's not official, but it's pretty darn official because a lot of people have put their names on this, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Yeah, so we got this. We got the schedule. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna debate about it. I'll tell you right now, just early, quick predictions. I'm feeling really good about this schedule, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel really good about this year for us. So that's it for me. Any thoughts before we start?
So Will's the year.
Yep.
True.
It's a Will.
The schedule's very favorable. We all can agree on that. We have the easiest schedule in the whole NFL. So, I mean, God.
On paper, based on last year.
I mean, paper, yeah.
Paper, but I mean, you look at the opponents. What up, Doe?
Anybody can change
Liz?
over between now and the
That's very fair. I agree.
Yeah,
Injuries.
Injuries.
Whether
rookies gel, everything.
Robbie.
But I'm basing it from what last year's teams look like to coming to this year. That's my confidence rate. But you're right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the schedule release. So for week 1, we will play the Houdat Saints in Ford Field. Get the first game in Detroit. Let's go. Does anybody see the Lions losing to the Saints game 1?
Barring any serious injury, nope.
Okay. So moving on. Week 2, we go to Buffalo, and it's a Thursday night football game. And it's their opening for their new stadium.
Yep.
Do we see the Lions winning this game?
That's a loss.
I think we all can agree. Yeah, it's a tough ask because it's their new stadium opening. Josh Allen is Josh Allen. And though I do think we can put up points on that defense, can our defense even hold Josh Allen under?
They were already going to be a tough game anyways.
Mm-hmm.
They were already going to be a tough game, but to give them that extra boost for the opening of their stadium, that's a tough ask.
Yeah. Feeling good, Robbie.
We're going through it. We're going through it right now, Robbie.
BJ, how do y'all feel about any thoughts on that game?
Same. Nah, I think Bills opening up their new stadium is big for them, man.
They're gonna be hyped.
It's gonna be hype.
Mm-hmm. I will throw one caveat out. We will be playing a first-year coach in Joe Brady, and so how that offense gels early on gives us some hope because in football, a lot of times the offense is usually behind the defense early on. And so that gives us some hope with Shep, who has experience now, and hopefully, God willing, we have a loaded defense going into that game. We should. It's week 2. So
yeah, I would agree with that point, but he's not really new. I mean, he might be a new head coach, but he's worked with Josh Allen before, so no, I don't see that as a disadvantage for the Lions.
But they're also working on Derek Moore, and they have some other pieces, so it'll be interesting. But I think we all agree it's probably not going to be.
We're more than likely going to be missing Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph still. I mean, there's going to be a lot.
Definitely going to be Branch.
On the
Brian
road,
Branch for sure. I think
Kirby.
Yeah.
With a new
Kirby
environment, with a tough team like the Bills. No, that's an L.
Well, if it was anything like the Buffalo Bills we played last time, that was a barn burner. I mean, really, the Lions got the Bills spot. The Lions spot them 2 touchdowns, and then
this might even be a low scoring game. It might be a 20 to 15 type game. You never know, but I don't see the Lions being able to beat Buffalo in their new house.
Okay, all right. So week 3, we go, or Aaron Glenn comes back to Detroit. Shout out Aaron Glenn. Do we see the Lions beating the Jets?
W.
Yeah, it's a W.
All right.
A W.
And now, shout out to Sonia. We go to Carolina on Sunday Night Football against Bryce Young and the Young Panthers. Do we see the Lions winning this game?
That's a toss-up 50-50 type game for me. On the road against the divisional winner, previous divisional winner. Thursday Night Football, you say? Or was it Sunday Night Football? Sunday night, right?
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday night, yeah. That's a toss-up for me. I'm going to get a slight edge to Carolina just because they're at home. They're still building up their team, and they're actually pretty good. So I'm just going to get an edge to Carolina.
All right.
I'm going to take the Lions in this case, even though it, like he said, it is going to be a very close game. This is. I mean, I think this is where the Panthers sit back and go say, "We beat the Lions. We're coming. We're on the up." So this is it'll be a tough game. I still give it to the Lions, but once again, this is based on just projection because who knows?
Probably you funny as hell.
I mean, they made the playoffs last year. They're also in a very weak division. I think Aiden and whoever else is going against them, DJ Wantham might want revenge on this old team. So I like our chances. I think that. The only thing that concerns me is the run game for the Panthers. If the run game's going off like they usually do, it could be tough. But if the Lions can stifle that run game, it's not going to be close.
Just remember that these aren't the same teams as last year. So every team gets a new start.
I get it.
And every team is going to be coming with different types of schemes. Every team is different now with coaches.
But the Panthers are going to run the football.
So I'm looking at it in the sense of how much is Carolina going to be motivated to play. And, how well are they playing right then and there? So that's why I say I'm giving a slight edge to Carolina.
Okay, so to recap, I'm taking the win. Chris?
I'm taking the win. I mean, there is no ifs, ands. It's a win or a loss, but it's a win.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm taking a win too. I think their defense will be a lot better, but I'm not seeing them winning this game. I think it's going to be a close game though, because it's going to be.
Wait, you're taking the Lions to win or the Panthers to win?
I'm taking the Lions to win.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, and then Jay,
I think by the time we hit this game, we'll know if we're like when we hit week 4, like we're about to hit week 4. We will already know what our line looks like, what our defense is set at least for the moment, and then. Like how everything else is working out, because then we'll already have all the bugs out. So
that's fair.
I mean, I think we'll be at least gelled by then. So
hopefully. All right, now we go back on the road to Arizona, Drew Petzing's old team. Do we see the Lions winning this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could get ugly. I don't even know who the hell their quarterback's going to be. I mean, I like Love and I like Algier. That could give us fits, but who the hell is going to be their quarterback? We don't even know.
Right.
It could be somebody else. It could be Beck.
You got Connor too.
And
I don't think Love is going to be a big factor in this game because they're going to have him. He's a rookie. He's going to be running behind. They ain't paying Connor all that money just to have him sit behind. No, hell no. Connor's starting it, and Algier's going to be in there too. So Love. We ain't going to see too much Love.
And the Lions, bro. Yeah. The Lions always go off on Arizona, man. Like, stop me when I'm lying. They always go off on Arizona, whether they are in Chandler.
Lately, they have,
or in Detroit.
Yeah. I was at the last game in Arizona when we played them. Me and Mike were down there watching the game. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's
what city is that?
Phoenix.
Well,
Phoenix?
yeah, sort of. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's outside Phoenix. Yeah.
It's right.
Okay.
It's close.
Isn't it
down
in
That's where I want to go. Low key would like
where
to
the hell
move
is
to
it?
Arizona.
What is the damn freaking city that's there that they're in?
I thought it was
that
like
stadium
Chandler,
is in.
bro.
Chandler?
You talking about a city in Arizona?
There's a couple of they're real close to them, and they put them in. It puts it in San Diego, or I mean, Phoenix. Where are they at again? Yeah, it's in the Phoenix area. So they got Glendale. You got Glendale.
Glendale. That's where it's at.
That's where the stadium.
That's where it's at.
That's
where the stadium
is.
Glendale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So B just a real quick point. B brings up a great point. It is kind of interesting how the Arizona Cardinals did go Love
Glendale,
and they have Cardinals. And they have Connor and they have Algier. So unless they're going to run this 3-headed monster that I don't know anything about, it is going to be interesting to see who really has the load of the carries, because you've got 3 big backs. Yep. All of them are the same kind of in the sense. I
don't think it really matters. I just don't think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be good, man. I mean, they really shot themselves in the foot with trying to draft a luxury pick when you don't have a good team at all. Those picks could have went somewhere else, bro.
Well, I think
I'm
also thinking. Go ahead, Chris.
No,
you go ahead. Go ahead, B. Go ahead, B. Oh my God, Robbie. Go ahead, B.
No, but not knowing what's going to happen by this time, that's what week 5, right? I'm sure one of the Cardinals will be injured by that time. One of the running backs will be injured by that time. So Love might get a chance. So you never know.
It might be Connor. My bet would be Connor, because I like Connor, but he gets hurt a lot.
Probably will.
When you got Algier there, he went there purposely to be the main back, and then they go and draft Love. You're like,
what?
So
this is a 2-back system now in the NFL.
It was going to be used.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on. So week 6, we have our bye week. How do y'all feel about having an early bye week? Like it or love it?
It sucks.
Well, we had when we were 15-2. We had it when we were 15-2. So I mean, they're just going to have to manage it. That's all.
Yep.
I think it is early. You gotta.
But you know what? That may help anybody that's not starting a season to get back, or that'll help the health.
That's true.
The health train. Maybe.
Sure. Yeah, because a lot of let's say if more likely Branch is going to be on the PUP to start the season. So it allows them another week to come off the PUP maybe and be ready for get ready, going to Green Bay, or no, Green Bay's coming to our house on week 7.
Yep.
How do we feel about the Lions beating the Packers?
I think this is going to be a revenge game from last year when they really they whooped our ass at the beginning of the season, and then they beat us towards the end. Yeah, it's more of a revenge game there.
No, Liz.
Hey, Liz, don't do that. Liz,
you're a Texan fan. You're Texan fan.
Homie,
Liz. Talk to you.
You, Liz, you my homie and all, but come on, man. You can't.
Liz, hey, listen, guys. Liz is entitled to her opinion, even though it's wrong.
She's a Texan fan, Chris. Come on, what are we doing? I got the dub. Who's going against me?
I'm going Packers, and the reason why I'm going to say Packers is because I don't think that this is any type of revenge game. I think this is just purely based off of where the two teams are going to be, and I think that, let me take that back. Micah Parsons, will he be healthy at that time? Because he will not start the season.
Probably returning right around this time.
Okay, give me the Lions, because Micah Parsons played a big deal in them winning last year, and I don't know if he's going to be healthy. And if he's not healthy, that defense ain't going to be really good. I mean, he
starts the season on the PUP list from what I read. So that would be his first game back.
He'd be eligible to come back
if everything goes right.
Yeah, and he'll probably need to ramp up too. He'll probably need to ramp up too.
I totally slipped my mind that Micah Parsons was still injured.
Chris, how do y'all feel?
I said win.
Oh, okay. B?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this ahead of time. I think the Lions are going to split. all these division games, and I think they're going to win all the home games. I don't see them winning away games, but they're going to win all the home games.
They got to, man. I mean, because if you look at the record last year, you beat the Packers, you beat the Vikings at home, you're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have got to win those games at home. Period.
I think they beat
got to hold down your
twice this year. That's just me, though.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Minnesota Vikings come to Detroit. Whether it's going to be J.J. McCarthy or it's going to be Kyler Murray, who knows? I got the Lions winning.
Maybe who knows? It's going to be Kyler Murray unless the dude gets injured.
Man, I don't.
JJ is not beating out Kyler Murray. Come on, dude.
I probably agree with you, but who the hell knows, man?
Listen, if Kyler Murray had any competition, they would. I'm sorry, if JJ McCarthy would have been the starter, Kyler Murray wouldn't be there. Put it to you that way. That's the starter caliber quarterback right there.
Well, Kyler Murray should win the job. He should win it. Okay, so all wins. All right, moving on.
Come on now.
Now we go to Miami.
Oh, that's W.
We play the Dolphins.
Give me Miami.
Hesitation.
Thank you for QB.
That's our second bye week.
No, we got a couple more. We got a couple more of those.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah, new coach. Yeah, it should be.
New coach, no QB. I don't want to hear about Malik
chance
Willis.
To beat Green Bay based teams like 3 times this year because that's a Green Bay team. It's a Green Bay in the South. In Florida.
All right, so we got the dubs. So now, Sprechen Sie Deutsch, we're going to Germany. You know, Amara St. Brown has got this circle on his calendar every day going up to this game. Do we have the Lions beating the Pats?
Yeah.
This one's going to be a toss-up, too.
This can be tough.
I'll say yeah.
It'll be tough, but I'll say
if it was at home, I would say yes. But this ain't a home. This is in Germany.
It does count as our home game, though. Which
I know, but still.
Yeah, I know.
It's not,
it's a home-ish game.
I'm gonna take.
You know why I say this is a dub for the Lions? Is because just like Nate said, Amon-Ra St. Brown got this circle. This is like his mom's from Germany. He know how to speak German. Yeah. They're doing this because of Amon-Ra, if you think about it. Right. So, give me the Lions.
Chris, go ahead.
I'm thinking. I won't take too long to think. I'm just
B. What you got? What you got, B?
Because I'm trying
to Chris.
This game ain't even real, man. I feel like all overseas games aren't real. So
they're not real.
The Lions really don't do good overseas either. Doesn't make a difference.
They won the last game they played. The Falcons, right?
Was that like 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Prater was the kicker. I remember that game. I got up early for that game.
Mr. Shot Glass himself.
Yeah.
God, I'm really on the fence.
I'm gonna give it to the Lions. I mean, this one can go either way. I'm gonna give it to the Lions just because I'm a Lions fan, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots won this game.
Yeah, I mean, Jake May's no slouch, man. I mean, he's a dang quarterback.
Oh, you know what? What's her name? Diana Rossi ain't gonna be there, so.
Let me throw this caveat.
You never know; she might be.
Yeah. let me throw this caveat to y'all about this game. If the Patriots do end up getting AJ Brown, does it change your opinion?
No.
Okay. Chris, you're still thinking on that one.
God.
Flip a coin, man. Ask Siri, flip a coin.
Because there's so many variables that bounce into my head when I see this. And I'm just like, well, what if the Lions defense is the way it normally is by this time of the season? What happens if, there's just so much stuff. What happens if there's a regression by the Patriots quarterback and he doesn't
there's a lot of ifs. I will say this, Chris. I think this game will be a shootout. Because I don't think either defense will be able to stop the quarterbacks. I don't think the Patriots defense will stop.
I'm going to give it to the Lions because I think their offense is better than the Patriots. That's it.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody's got it done?
Too. Yeah.
All right.
All
right. Now let's go. Tampa Bay comes to Detroit. I got to win.
Loss.
Yeah. Evans is
I'm going
the key for me.
I'm going to go with L on that.
All right,
Yep.
All right, Jay, go first, and then Chris, you can say what.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm going to say this is because if you look at the past couple of years, when the Lions have beaten the Buccaneers in the season, the Bucs have came back that next year and beat the Lions. And we already know Todd Bowles know how to play the Lions offense. So, I mean, last year they were banged up. I get it. Lions still won. This year, I think they come to Detroit and beat us. Or is it in Tampa?
This is Detroit.
Yeah, they ain't got no problem in our house either. Just to let you know.
Okay.
So,
Chris,
with Tampa.
what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I 100% agree with what Dre said. On top of the fact that we're traveling back from Germany. That's a long fucking flight. Like that's a long flight back.
There could be some jet lag for sure.
There would be a lot. There's a lot of norms that you can't do on the way back. So I'm taking that into account. This is good. This is the 3-game stretch that I had mentioned before, not the end of the season like everybody else was. This is the 3-game stretch that I was worried about. The 3 games in like 11 days. That's a mess.
It's fair, yeah.
So
they didn't do Lions any favors in these 3 games. For sure.
Well, actually, they did do them favors because all 3 of these next games are at home. So I would say if they traveled from Munich to Tampa Bay, that would be a definite L. Mm-hmm. But they're coming back home, and home does cure a lot of sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
last year we had the home games last year, and we didn't take advantage of those. We only beat the Cowboys in those 3-game spans. We lost the Packers and we lost the Vikings.
Well, I mean, it's got to do with the fact with the offensive line too. I mean,
no, I get what you're saying.
So last year the offensive line was crap. I don't know how it's going to be this year either, but
whatever. Chris, any other thoughts on that?
No, that's it.
So the only thing I'll say to me is that I need to see what this offense looks like without Mike Evans. Mike Evans has been Tampa Bay for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And Mike Evans has always been a thorn in our side every time we play the guy. The guy had to get hurt in order for us not to be a factor in this last game.
They still got McMillan. They got Ibuka. They got
but they're not Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer.
They don't need to be Mike Evans.
We did shut down Ibuka last time we played him.
Yeah,
Ibuka was kind of
what they need to do. You know what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need to do to beat the Lions? What they need to do is play a dirty style game. I mean, really, that's what they need to do. They did it the last time they came. Well, 2 years ago when we went 15-2, they came here and beat us in that type of game. I mean, they don't need Mike Evans. I mean, I don't want to downplay anything Mike Evans has done because that's a Hall of Famer. But I mean, come on, man. Buccaneers.
Well, the last game that we played them, we kicked their ass. That was one of our best games of the year. Like we shut that team down literally. Baker Mayfield was running for his life the whole game. So, and it's at home. So, got to hold down the fort at home. All right, moving on. The Chicago Bears come to Detroit for Thanksgiving, and breaking news, I will be there. So I'm super excited about that.
So then it's a loss. No.
It better be a damn loss. That's all I got. Actually, Mr. Smarty, every Lions game I've gone to, they've won. Thank you very much. I got a dub.
I've been to too many games.
Just because you said that, they're going to lose now.
Yeah, I know. Now you say it.
Yeah, we're not losing to Caleb Williams.
I mean, this is the stretch that is really nervous because they just coming off of a game. Let's say they go out and play a hard game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? Now you're on Thursday night playing the Chicago Bears, a divisional opponent. This is going to be really hard. I mean, I'm going to take the Bears. Reason why I'm taking the Bears is because I think I hate saying it, but Ben Johnson, he got swept last year. It's time for the Bears to actually win at least one, right? I mean, I don't know. But I'm going with the Bears.
I mean, the Lions have been 7-1 against the Bears lately, so they have their number. Obviously,
I agree, but come on now, this is a different team.
I mean, I want to see what the Bears defense looks like because Goff has torn up every defense the Bears have thrown at him. So, and it's at home again.
I would like to see what our offensive line is going to be like entering.
Yeah,
like this, I'm telling you, by week 4 or 5, we will all have a different of opinion from this point. Like
yes.
We will be there. We will either be going, fucking what the hell? You know, they're not gelling. BA is going to be like See, we can't always assume anything, and then
Well,
Nate's be like all happy. Like
I'll say this. I'll be shocked if our line regresses as bad as it was last year, because you look at the line right now. You upgraded at left tackle with Penei Sewell. 100% agree with that. On top of that, you added a center that's better than Glasgow in Cade Mays. Taylor Ratledge is going to take another step forward. I don't know who the other guard's going to be. That's my concern right now. Mm-hmm. And I think Blake Miller is going to start.
Well, it's going to be Ratledge and Mahogany, right?
Maybe. I mean, Mahogany probably might
Frazier.
Yeah, I like Frazier. I mean,
about Frazier. Frazier should start.
You could also do that Ben guy from San Francisco. He could even throw his name in there. Juice Scruggs. I don't know. It's going to be a battle for that position.
Yeah,
I expect the line to be better.
I think two people are battling for that position and nobody else. Everybody else is a backup. I think it's going to be Semo. I think Frazier's going to be the other guy that's going to battle for that position. I think everybody else can kick rocks on that whole situation. And the left tackle spot, the right tackle spot will be interesting. Let's see if Miller can take out the guy that's supposed to be there in the first place. That guy. Remember, he was a he's been a starter.
Yeah, that's going to be a good
starter. He started games.
I'm gonna be honest with you, B. I ain't worried about that dude at all. Why? Because he came from the Texans, right? Their offensive line
came from the Dolphins.
I'm sorry,
offensive, but you can't look at.
They were worse. They were even worse.
You can't. I mean, the whole line wasn't horrible.
Right.
Certain individuals were horrible. It's kind of like the Lions' offensive line last year. I mean, if you could say that, you could say, well, Penei Sewell was crappy because the whole line was crappy. No,
he didn't have a good year,
and he still kicked ass.
Penei Sewell did not have a better
year. He had a good year. Yes, he was in the 90s, and
he was still number one tackle.
He was still off. He did not live up to his standards. He did not live up to his standards, and he was good. Don't get me wrong. But he did not.
He's the first one to admit that. And
then you got to add in the fact that the offensive line is also a product of what happens to you too. So if you're up there trying to block 20 guys because everybody else is coming around the other, if everybody's just piling in on one side, I mean, you're going to have bad. Your whole line's going to be PFF bad. But
I agree.
I mean, I'm not. Hey, if he, like I said, Miller and him fighting for that position, we'll see. I mean, he's a starter. He's a slated starter. So
I like to see really quick. I don't want to drag it along too much, but I'll say I like to see Miller start. Why? Because we already know that he's a plug and play type of guy. We already know that he's consistent. We know
he should win the battle.
Durable. I'd like to get him out there and see what we got. Just automatically see what we got with him.
Maybe.
You know what's funny though? We do play the Saints out the gate, so it's not like we're playing like Buffalo the first game of the season. So
yeah,
a little different,
And that's fair because you want to start with a weaker team, and then you're going to have to play Buffalo the next game, and you're already in a strong division, so you don't want to have all these strong games right off the bat.
Yeah.
Another thing too, I'll say about the Bears is, who did they really improve their defense in the offseason other than Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, their secondary is freaking way better.
Yeah, they actually are good, bro.
They added secondary.
But in saying that, they ain't going to win the Thanksgiving game. I'm sorry, Jay. This is not going to happen. They're not going to win that Thanksgiving game. They're going to lose on the road. The Lions are going to lose against them when they go to Chicago. That'd be the first game for Ben Johnson. But other than that, no, they're not going to win. They're not going to beat the Lions at home.
I'd like to see that. The only thing is that, bro, when the Lions have 3 games all within like a week span of time, it's really bad for them, and it has been historically bad for them. And not to mention, they're coming just 2 weeks off of coming from Europe. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of things the Lions are going to have to adapt to in order for them to win that game.
Yeah, I'm not saying a lot of fortitude they're going to have to go through.
That they'll do it.
Well, thing about history, you can always be changed, bro. That's all I got to say.
All right, moving on. We go to the Dirty Bird ATL, Chris's land over here.
And I will be there at that game, regardless of what the price is. I will be at that game.
You're going to have a big lion's head on when you're there?
Yep,
eating a bird.
I will not be a bird, no.
I got the dub. Chris, I know they're going to win that game.
I hope they win that game.
Come on.
I have it up as a win.
Yeah,
if it's Penix or Tua, who cares, man? Lions are
the quarterback situation. They got a really good offense. It's just a quarterback situation.
They got a lot of individual playmakers on that team. It's whether they use them properly.
I mean, Bijan Robinson. Let's not forget about him. He's a great running back for their team.
Bijan and Gibby would be fun to watch.
He's like Jameer. Him and Jameer are like
Drake
one and the
London,
same, basically.
Kyle Pitts, even though we don't hear from him very much, he's still a talent. Just because you don't hear from him, he's still there.
Mooney is actually good still too.
Amon St. Brown's co-receiver at USC, Drake London. Remember him. So
I'll tell you what. So far, looking at this schedule, there is a lot of good running backs that we're going to face. Like last year, I think was quarterbacks. This year, it's going to be a lot of running backs. If you look at the schedule from 1 to where we are now, they all got premier running backs or they got duos.
I mean, we never really had a bad rush defense. It was always our pass pro, and we always had trouble against tight ends.
Right.
So that's always my concern is like tight ends and like if they got big play wide receivers, that's my issue. Who's going to take Drake London? That's my biggest issue.
And you got to remember something about Atlanta too. They got a very underrated offensive line too.
Yeah, they do.
DJ Reed better step up and take care of London. You are number one corner. Hopefully by that time Brian Branch is back.
That's a tough matchup. And Drake London's like
hopefully 6'5". He can give us a little help. So yeah.
Again, height don't matter in this situation.
And don't forget,
most corners are 5'10".
Yeah,
not too many are over 6. So.
And don't forget, Kyle, you fucking suck. Pitts is on that team still too.
He did better last year.
He screwed me on fantasy. That's why I'm pissed because like literally, guy gave me.
He played better last year compared to the year before.
Like Kyle Pitts is he's still just because you didn't hear his name all the time doesn't mean he's still not a talent. He's still good. Yeah. He's just got it. Like I said, how are they going to use him? How are they going to use their players? If they use them effectively, it could be a very tough game.
They got a new coach. They got Stefanski. He's an offensive guy. He ain't a defensive guy. Like
he knows the stuff offensively. So we'll see.
Raheem was.
Yeah.
So,
all right, moving on. Week 14, Tennessee Titans.
That's a win.
Crazy.
That's a win.
That's a crib too.
All right, not to have too much conversation on that one. All right, Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit at Minnesota, Week 15.
Loss.
Oh,
I might take a loss on that one.
Yeah.
All
right, I'm gonna take a dub.
All right, Jay's got a dub. Everybody else got lost. B, I know you said you were going to split. So.
Yeah, that's a loss. Yeah,
Chris,
that's a loss.
Okay, so let's start there. I agree. I think that Brian Flores is one hell of a defensive coordinator, and he's going to bring the heat on that offensive line, especially when you've got a young guy in Blake Miller, Cade Mays, Taylor Ratledge. Like he's going to try to expose those guys, and damn, they play well in that dome. Like it doesn't matter who the hell the quarterback is. I mean, last year? Who was the quarterback last year? Bozemer or whatever the hell?
Yeah, Brosmer.
Brosmer. Yeah, he's not even on the team anymore, and they still kicked our ass.
But I got a question for you though, Nate. Remember when we were sitting here? Last year, Brosmer didn't even throw a touchdown pass, if I'm not mistaken, and they beat the Lions. That team is not – I feel like their offense is good, but I don't think Kyler Murray is going to just come in and add this big element to their offense. It's possible, but I don't see it happening. The Lions were hanging with them, even though, I mean, they lost without –
No, the Lions killed themselves. They fumbled the ball. They couldn't protect Goff. Yeah. Like, their defense was out.
They lost a lot of good people on that team, too. Let's just be honest. So, I mean, hey –
Steve, what are your thoughts? Why do you think we're going to lose that game?
Because unlike last year, that they have a veteran quarterback. Yeah, we can talk stuff about the Keebler Elf all you want to, but the point is he's still a veteran quarterback, and KOC does really good jobs with veteran quarterbacks. As long as the Keebler Elf doesn't play past what he has to pay, I mean, he plays within himself and not past what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think they can win that game. Well, Robbie don't like.
Oh, you have them winning, or you have them losing, or you have Vikings or Lions? I
got the Vikings.
Okay, that's right. Okay,
the Vikings.
Yeah, I think after losing the first game of the season, I do believe they'll figure out, or they've always been a niche on our side defensively. So that's my biggest issue. Like you said, the Keebler Elf, he's going to run around like crazy. I don't know about their offense though. That's the only thing. I'm only giving to the Vikings because I just have a feeling it's just one of those games where we're gonna lose, and it's going to be on a defensive mistake or something like that.
Yeah.
Plus,
the good news,
where's our defense going to be in this part of the season? Like,
that's true. That's true.
We're the last
how
three seasons.
Yeah.
We
How
have a
healthy are they?
crew at the end of the year.
Well, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to mediate that whole situation because, first of all, they didn't have a rookie camp this year. They're not playing anybody off the grid, so that's a good thing. They need to do that. Yeah. They got to do that. I think that was a big thing. That was the problem last year and the year before, and why they're getting all these injuries because they keep playing all these in training camp.
They're playing extra games, and they shouldn't be playing extra games.
It's not cool. I didn't like that at all. I think that was contribute to a lot of injuries too, because you got people trying to play really hard because they got they're puffing their chests out because they want to play against the other team and like we're gonna beat your ass. Yeah,
exactly. We don't need practice. Like, come on, dude. We don't need to go that hard.
We don't need none of that. We don't need.
The one thing I will say about this game is that we'll get a good look at Kyler Murray early in the season. So we'll know kind of how to play him going into this last game. He's going to be a problem. I mean, remember the last Arizona game, like Aiden could not rush the passer. He had to literally play more of like just standing there and seeing what Kyler did. Contain rather than rush the passers.
That's why it worked effectively. It's hard for a pass rusher for you to tell a pass rusher, listen, I don't want you to go after the quarterback.
Yeah, contain the guy.
He still had a couple sacks in that game, though.
Oh, yeah, he played well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, he
was a key sack.
When you contain a player for a lot of the game, they don't get into a rhythm of just getting out and running. So then when you do get the opportunity to rush and get in there, they're not thinking run immediately. So it kind of gets them off their game a little bit.
Exactly.
So, but now we have another pass rusher possibly drafted. So you never know.
Yep.
We have two pass rushers. We might be able to contain and pass rush. Maybe.
Hopefully pressure up the middle.
Does anyone expect Hassanin to come in and make an impact?
Possibly.
Nate.
He'll be a rotation player, I think.
I think he's a good rotational player. I like it.
He's not a starter unless everybody goes down.
You said pass rusher, so my ears instantly perked up, and I had to just ask that question. So,
I mean, honestly, I think it's Derek Moore's job to win if he really has an outstanding training camp. I think they want to pair Derek Moore and Aiden on both sides because Derek Moore can set the edge, and he's younger and he's faster and he's powerful. He's exactly what they've wanted in the defensive end for the longest time. Can he stay healthy? That's the main thing.
And of course he can. And he can get home.
That's fine.
I hope so.
Right. Yeah. Good thoughts. All right. Giants in Detroit on Monday Night Football. Give me a dub.
Ooh. Give me a L.
Whoa. Okay.
Giants are going to be fierce this season, bro.
I think the Giants
were supposed to be last year.
I think they're going to be better this year, though.
One at a time. Go ahead, Jay, real quick.
No, I was saying this ain't the same Giants team. This is a Jim Harbaugh-led Giants team now with a lot of additions. Bro, do you know who their front four is, or at least the four pass rushers?
Oh, I know. Their front four is loaded.
It's the same what they had without Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
remember that.
No,
Dexy's going to be missed.
He didn't have a good year last year either. But yeah, I mean, I'd say
he's
bro.
Had
they got
good
one
years,
of the best defensive lines in the whole NFL, bro. You got, like I said, Harbaugh coming over, making a big impact.
They said last year.
Yeah,
I still think the Lions.
They almost beat us last season. I don't want to hear about a fluke or anything. They almost beat us last season. That was a game the Lions should have went in and won handedly, but it took a last minute interception for the Lions to win that game. Yeah. Give me the Giants.
Chris, what are your thoughts?
I'm like I want to take the Lions because they're in Detroit on Monday night. I'm going to take them. But it's going to be a close game. And if they do lose, I am not going to be surprised. I think the Giants are going to be a little bit better this year than most people think.
Mm-hmm.
I know people say that every year. I don't, but I think they're going to be better. Who knows?
I do.
This is towards the end of the season. Man, there's so many things that are going to happen by then. So who knows?
Yeah, I do think the Lions. I mean, the Giants will be a playoff team this year. I think John Harbaugh does make their team a lot better from a coaching standpoint. We got to see what year 2 of Jackson Dart's going to look like if he's even in the game. Guy can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in the blue tent. Their defense is very good. My question is, again, who their quarterback's going to be. And honestly, I just think the Lions roster's better. So that's what I'm taking. And they're at home. So
I don't know, brother, man, but.
Yeah, I mean that's why we have this.
Yeah, they don't. Okay. And first of all, they don't have a very good running game either. I'm not that Scatapoo. It ain't gonna happen. And their offensive line might be a little bit better. Yeah, well, he'll be back way by that time. But
I'm going more with their
they don't have a steady running
game,
and their secondary sucks too. They got no secondary, so I mean they're gonna have to force pushing the front 5 the front 7 because they ain't got a secondary.
Yeah. What I meant by him coming back, I mean healthy and playing well, because not every running back comes back and just okay, I can do 1,500, 2,000 yards. Like you can't.
You got film on you too now. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. I really thought the Bears. I mean, not the Bears. I really thought the Giants should have took Caleb Downs, but they decided to go. They got Sonny Styles, right? Sonny Styles.
I'm glad they didn't pick, bro. I'm so glad they didn't get him, bro.
Because Caleb Downs would have been nice in that secondary. So with the D line they have.
I mean, I think their defense is going to be ferocious, bro. You got freaking Arvell Reese, Brian Burns.
Oh, they took Arvell Reese, not Sonny Styles. I'm sorry. Thank you.
And Kayvon Thibodeau, bro.
Possibly.
Who blocks who?
Yeah. But where's their interior pressure? Because Sexy Dexy's not there anymore.
DJ Reader there. You got
DJ Reader. I forgot he signed there. Yeah.
I'm looking at the depth chart. I was like, don't say his name.
One at a time. Go ahead.
That's all I gotta say.
I was sitting back going, please don't say his name, and you did. I was like, that guy is not.
I wanted to just throw that out there. I'm sorry. I had to throw that out there.
Forgot he signed a 2-year deal. Yes, he did. All right, moving on. We go to Chicago for Week 17 versus the Bears. Give me an L. Give Ben Johnson a bone.
Yep. By this time, we've wrapped up the division. If that's the case, and that's
I like the way you think, Chris. I like the way you think.
Yeah.
Probably won't because this schedule's brutal at the end of the division.
Well, he'll be ass against the Lions because the Lions know him too well. So
all I'm gonna say is that I expect the Bears to be running on full cylinders on this game, and they're gonna be fighting for the division with us. So they're gonna give everything they got.
Give me a dub.
Yeah.
Okay, B.
No, they're gonna lose this game.
Why are they gonna lose this game?
Chicago's a better team. They're just not. They're a better team enough to win one out of the 2 games that they played with the Lions this year. Mm-hmm. I just think their secondary is tremendously better than it was last year, and that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for Goff. It's going to be a problem for the receivers. I mean, Jameson and Brown, they seem to get open when they need to get open, but
don't remember.
It really depends. What's that, Jay?
They got Isaac Tesla. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
And Laporta.
Yeah.
Laporta too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, let me
again, like I said, this is a we'll see season for everybody right now.
B, let me ask you this question: who's got a better roster, the Bears or the Lions, right
now?
Lions.
Offensively, the Lions do.
Well, I'm just saying overall roster. Give me an overall roster. Overall, roster.
You can say it's a tie There's nothing wrong with that.
It's pretty much a tie.
It just that's why he's saying like they could win one, we could win one because it's a tie. So that's just the way it works. When you roll the dice, you got a 50-50 chance. You should roll one each, right? You know, so
Chris, who do you have?
No, I have the Bears winning this one. Like I said, remember, because we're at the end of the season.
On paper, it's the number one easiest schedule, but we'll see.
Yeah, on paper, and that's just based off of last year.
Right. Chris, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Well, you said L.
L to the Bears
for
us.
Okay, so Jay's got us winning, and everybody else got us losing. Gotcha. All right, and finally, we go to Green Bay. Really, it was going to be the frozen tundra, no doubt. I got an L.
I got an L on that one too.
Yeah, same here.
Wait. I got a dub on this. Y'all want to know why I got a dub? Because I think that the Packers will already be in the playoffs. I think if the Lions get this far and they, are in the playoffs, do you think the Packers are going to want to take that same chance they did last year with their starters being on the field, losing possibly Micah Parsons again, losing some of their top players again? Because if you remember, Parsons got injured in what game last season? Was it like second or third from last game? He got injured towards ACL.
Denver.
Yeah. You're right.
So I mean, that was a huge hit to their team. I don't think they're going to want to chance that again, especially if they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I will say this, Jay. You have a lot of faith in the Packers when they really have not improved themselves at all. They lost their quarterbacks coach. They lost their defensive coordinator. They lost a plethora of good players. Micah Parsons is coming off ACL. Kraft is coming off an ACL.
I agree.
I mean,
that's why
they have good safeties. I'll give you that, and a linebacker.
They got good.
You had us losing earlier to the Lions. I'm just curious. Yeah.
No. I picked them to beat. Automatically going to win.
No, but you picked them to. We picked them to lose in Detroit, right?
No, I picked them to win in Detroit.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize.
Yeah. And I'm saying in this game here in week 18, I'm saying I don't think they're going to want to risk losing a bunch of players like they did last year due to injury. So I think the Lions go there and win.
It's possible. Okay. B, any thoughts? No, he's actually going for the Lions, Liz.
No, I'm sorry, Liz. I got to go with – I would never pick the Packers, bro.
Yeah, screw the Packers.
No.
B, what are your thoughts?
I got them losing to the Packers on there too. Well, yeah, as well, because I just don't think it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions aren't going to be. I mean, probably the Lions in that particular. I mean, if they're trying to get in the. If they're in the playoffs by that time, then I don't know. I don't know how this game is going to play out. And like I said, it depends on where the Lions at. This is a we'll see season, so I don't know. I have Chicago and Minnesota basically at the top of the division right now, just based on the fact that what players they got this year. Yeah, Minnesota. They just signed Juwan Jennings. They got 3 threats on the receiver core. 3.
Yeah, Addison could stay out of trouble.
That doesn't make a difference right now. That's what they got.
Yeah.
So you have to go with what they got right now.
Question B. Did you, Robbie? Stop it. Wow. Question B. Did you see that stat they had about Jordan Love? They said that Jordan Love was actually, when he's protected well, was performing amongst the best quarterbacks in the league when he's not being pressured, but when he's actually being pressured. Now, granted, everybody will look bad, but he ranks amongst the worst quarterbacks in the league. Now, if the Lions can get pressure on him, do you think that he'd be able to at least handle it some, or do you think that's going to totally throw off their whole offense? What do you think?
I mean, first of all, Jordan Love is in his 4th year now?
5th, right?
5th.
Well, what are you talking about?
Actually playing. Playing.
Yeah, probably 4th.
Yeah.
He's 3 years.
Yeah, he's got 2 years behind.
This dude has not mastered. I can't. It's like this. I think what it is that Jordan Love cannot still throw a pass long. accurately.
He doesn't have touch, man. He doesn't have touch. He overthrows a lot because he has too much power in his arm.
Yeah.
He needs to develop touch.
Question: can y'all see me because my screen is black for some odd reason? It's just black.
Yeah, we could.
I can. You're kind of holding your head like this.
Chris, yeah, you kind of froze. Chris, go ahead.
Wow, because here I'm gonna leave and come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris. Give me your thoughts.
I'm taking Green Bay's. I think Green Bay's going to win this game. But here's the thing, and I'm going to add to what BA says. So listen, I have a Green Bay guy. He's a paralegal with me. I talk to him about it all the time. He's a huge Green Bay fan. Mm-hmm. We have good conversations. I told him at the beginning of last year, what you see from Jordan Love this year is who you got the rest of his, because he's already been in the league for a lot of years. Okay,
I would say last year was that same thing, dude. We saw what Jordan Love was last year.
That's what I'm saying. At the beginning of last year, I told him, I said he had a good year the previous year, and towards the end of the season, I said, whatever you get out of him this year, this is who he is. He's not going. So the whole if he develops, dude's been in the actual NFL for like 8-9 seasons. Okay,
he should be tearing it up already.
He's done developing. That word cannot be used with Jordan Love anymore. He does not have touch. You're right, absolutely. He's not going to get that. The only way he's going to get better, and people hate to hear this, just like they tell Jared Goff, he needs better players around him, just like almost any other quarterback.
Yeah,
Jordan.
We know what Jared Goff is. We don't know what Jordan Love is. I mean, Whacker fans can tell all day what they think he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Brett Favre. Oh, he's Aaron Rodgers. He's neither one of those dudes. Let's be honest.
He's very mobile. He can escape. He can throw the long ball. Great. His touch is terrible. His accuracy, even though I saw it on Twitter, somebody said, "Hey, he has great accuracy." He does not have great accuracy. He has good accuracy, but
he's got accuracy on the deep ball, but not on the intermediates. All right, Jay's back. All right. Well, that wraps up the schedule. Thoughts, concerns? Let them fly. Not all at once.
I guess I'll go first. I think this Lions team are trending in the right direction. I think they could be a 10-win team, 9-10 win team, just depending on how everything shapes up, depending on injuries, people coming back, what you do at the trade deadline, your additions. Obviously, that plays a big factor. But to go out and win, 12+ games, that's like a perennial Super Bowl contender, and I don't think the Lions are there yet. They have to prove it. So I'm just picking them to at least win 10 games this season.
I mean, based on what I just picked, it was 12-5. So, I mean, I actually, before I started the show, I remember when you posted 13, I said in my mind at that moment 11, but I didn't really look at the schedule. So I'm not far off of what I had. I think they'll win 11 games. That was my projected total for them. It's a playoff team, not every year, but there are some 11-win teams that don't make the playoffs. But that's where I see it. And just like Jay said, I mean, by week 5 or 6, we could be gritting our teeth.
Yeah.
Or we could be like, yep, we're a Super Bowl contender. Like every team here, you sit there and you go, well, other than maybe the Cardinals and the Titans, you're probably going to sit back and go, well, if their players all play and gel together, they could be really good teams. Like, you just got to – you don't know.
Well, we don't know. That's the thing. We have a lot of unknown factors. But I will say this. The Lions last year were terrible, and they won 9 games. So I look at it like we did improve the O-line. The defense should have a little bit more depth once we get some of our guys back. Mm-hmm. Like, this team could easily win 12 or 13 games. Look at the schedule. I mean, they're going to be favored in most of all these games.
And you want to know something else, too? I think that this season could look a lot like the 22-23 season where the Lions kind of started slow and then ended on a high note because we're not healthy entering week 1. We're just not. So, I mean, having to face a team like Buffalo in New York, in Buffalo in a new stadium, that's going to be very hard to deal with. Playing,
the Lions take care. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I'm just saying, those type of primetime games, that's going to be hard for the Lions to overcome. So
Yeah. But if the Lions take care of business and they stay healthy, they can run the table on a lot of this schedule. I didn't find a loss till I got to the I gave the Bills a loss, and then the next loss I think I didn't give myself till probably the Vikings.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of winnable games here, guys. Like they just got to take care of business. That's it. B, any thoughts before we wrap up?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
do you have any thoughts?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's a will see season. I keep trying to tell you guys. That's what it is for me. It's a will see season. So
I think anybody
they can either
that.
be can be 12 to 13. No, what? Nate, no. Okay. First of all, I'm focusing on the Lions. I could care less about anybody else's.
But I'm just saying everybody.
Anyway, I'm just saying our team
will see. Yeah, I get you.
Our teem, regardless, I could care less. It's focused on the Lions.
I got it.
No, you really don't. But anyway, the point of the matter is, we'll see. They downgraded in a lot of positions that they gave, that left. Okay, a lot of positions. The only one that they upgraded to me was more of the center position because and that's not saying too much because he's better than Glasgow, but it ain't like he's a world beater either. I mean, he was the second best in free agency, but the left tackle is. I'm
just saying, bro. Like we upgraded the tackle.
Left tackle. So you put right tackle to left tackle. You're just eliminating. So
you just downgraded your right tackle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so when we upgraded the left tackle. That sounds great, but you moved the best right tackle to the left tackle. So you really downgraded. So
I mean, the same thing is going to be evident this year. It all depends on how the offensive line is. And fortunately, you're right. The schedule does favor the Lions in the first week because they really can kind of get their stuff together on the offensive line playing the Saints. Mm-hmm. However, at the same time, like last year, they played the Green Bay. Green Bay they were just putting their ears back and coming after Goff. So it was a division foe. Saints not so much. So I don't think they're going to be. And they got a new system that they're working in too. So.
Another thing too I want to throw in there is outside of the Minnesota Vikings defense and maybe the Giants, you're not facing a lot of world beater defenses.
You said besides who?
The Giants and probably Minnesota. You're not facing a lot of world
beater defenses. I still think Tampa Bay's defense is really dangerous.
Oh, okay, Tampa Bay.
I also think Atlanta's defense is very dangerous too. Even with them losing that guy James Pierce. I still think they got a lot of good talent.
They haven't lost him.
Yeah.
They haven't lost him because he's still there. He's still out there as a criminal, but at the same time, he's going through a program where he can not get charged. So he gets the charges dropped. So he'll still be playing. I don't know how they're going to work that though, how Atlanta's going to work that.
I'm sure the NFL is going to step in and suspend him too.
They had great defense last year, and look what the hell Atlanta did.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn thing.
So you're right. B, it's a we'll see situation with the Lions. Yeah. It's gonna be fun like always. I'm excited about some of the new people we brought in, but everything's on paper right now. We have to see what training camp looks like. We have to see what the preseason looks like. I do expect a lot of Lions to play in preseason because they didn't play last year and it showed. You have to get some reps in preseason and then get ready for the regular season. So,
can I ask you guys each a question? What position are you most excited to see? I'll give you mine after all you guys.
We kind of got to wrap this up, though.
Yeah, just make it quick.
I just want to say really quick, keep Abney, the guy, the cornerback we selected. I really want to see what he do, especially when we lost to Meek Robertson. So Abney is one guy I really want to see do well.
B.
On that.
I mean, again, there's another talk for another show. I mean,
okay, all right, we'll move on. Chris, real quick, I'll say the running back.
Kind of move on right now.
I'll say Pacheco. Go ahead, Chris.
I want to see how that one guy, I can't remember what his name is right now, Law, I think, that we drafted.
Okay, for Kendrick Law.
Yeah, because he's like our second coming to Khalif Raymond. I want to see if they put him in that type of role.
All right. Well, Awesome. Thank you all for the show. Thank you all for coming on. Please like and subscribe. One Pride, it's been great. Have a good night, and we'll be back probably sometime in mid-July unless something changes for training camp. So y'all have yourself a blessed evening, and go Lions.
Go Lions.